So previously I've released a glitch effect, but to be honest, I wasn't totally happy with it. So today we have a new improved version. Well, at least according to my totally insignificant opinion. But yeah, so let's have a quick look at how to use it. Let's just say you have a logo here in your timeline and you want it to glitch for a bit. So I might make a copy. I'll just hold down Alternate and left click and drag it out. And I'm going to put the playhead over the new copy and go into the Fusion tab. And wait a while. Okay, now in the Fusion tab, I'm just going to drag in the file that you can download in the link in the description below. And you just save it anywhere on your computer. Just drag it down into the tab and put it in between the input and the output. So I'm just going to drag the input in here and put it to the output. And you've got your glitch. So that's pretty much it. Pretty simple, really. And also you can select the node, and in the inspector tab, you can change the size of the glitch, so you can have it like smaller, or you can like make it larger if you want. So it's really up to you, but the smaller you make it, the kind of more intensive it will be on your PC. So if we go back to the editing tab now, we can see that this second part is now glitching. So we might want it to be normal at the beginning, start glitching, then go back to normal. So I'm just going to copy the beginning part that's normal to the end. And if we have a quick play, so there you go, starts normal, glitch, and then go back to normal. So you can also add other effects to this glitch effect. So for example, if you want to have like color fringing and stuff, that can also be done quite easily. So I'm just going to disconnect the glitch to the final output for now. And we might use a node that changes the color of this glitch. So I'm going to press Shift Spacebar, and maybe I just use like a color gain node, and I'm just going to put it down here. So I'm going to connect this glitch to the color gain node. So this is the original glitch, and this is the color gain node. So in the color gain node, you can use different tools to change the color of your logo. So I might like put in some more red into the logo, something like that. But obviously you can actually use any tools you want. You can use like color corrector or anything basically, but I'm just using this as an example. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this image on top of the original image. So we might use like a merge node. And I'm going to put this one, which is basically the color one, on top. So I'm going to right click and drag and use it as a foreground. And then I'm going to click on this one, the original, right click and drag and use it as the background. So now we have a quick look at the merge node. You can't really see the original one because it's like on the bottom. So what you can do is go to the merge node and just move the top one, to the left or to the right. Oops, sorry, I moved it a bit too far. So move it, up and down. So it's basically you can see the original one underneath. And you can also change the apply mode, which is basically the blending mode, to like screen or multiply, overlay, or basically anything that you want. A different image might work better with different blending modes or apply modes, so you might want to experiment with your particular image. So let's say we just use screen just for the sake of argument. Now the problem is the color fringing right now is pretty static. So we moved it to the left and to the bottom, and it just basically stays there. We might want it to like move and jump around a little bit. So the easy way to do that is I'll just reset it to 0.5 and 0.5. So it's back just on top of our original image. I'm going to right click this button here and go to modify with and use perturb. So now we go to the modifier, we can change how much this top one shakes around. So right now we play it, it's like shaking too far away. So we increase the speed, it's going to shake more, and increase the wobble as well. But right now it's shaking a bit too far, so we're just going to reduce the strength from maybe 1 to 0.1. And now it's just shaking much closer to the original image. You can also change the X and Y scale. So if you want it to shake more in the X direction, you can increase the X value and reduce the Y value so it doesn't shake up and down as much. So right now you can see, maybe reduce the X value a little bit. And now you have a colored glitch that shakes around as well. So we just go back to the editing tab. Oops, sorry, one thing that I forgot to do is to connect this merge node to the final output. And now we go back to the editing tab. There you go, you have your final glitch. Now you can use this glitch effect for both logos and text and also video clips. So in this example, we have a clip transitioning from one clip to another, so basically a transition. So we might want to use the glitch effect as a transition. So I might cut out 3 frames from each clip. So I'm going to press the arrow key to the left 3 times, make a cut, and press it to the right 3 times, make another cut, and I'm just going to select this section here, right click and make a new compound clip. So just name it whatever you want. And if we go into this section here and go into the Fusion tab, and again we can just drag in our fusion effect, and I'm just going to put it in between the input and the output. So when you're dragging, if you hold down shift, you can just like put it in between the lines, and maybe reduce the size a little bit and have a quick play. There you go. So now it's glitching. So we go outside and we have a quick play. See, we just have a quick glitch transition. We can also, of course, use the color fringing effect as before. So again, I might just use the color gain node. And oops, sorry. There you go, color gain. And so this is the original image, and this is the color gain image. So again, I'm just going to use the same tool, maybe add a bit of red to the image, something like that. And I'm going to use the merge node to merge them again. So right click, use this as the foreground, use the original one as the background, and we can go to the merge node, and of course we can make the top one shake around, change the apply mode, maybe use screen, maybe use overlay, maybe use soft light, just whichever you prefer. And again, just gonna right click, use the modify width and use perturb again, and go to the modifier, just increase the speed of a shake and the wobble. And so we have a quick play. The wobbling is again a bit too much, so I'm just going to reduce the strength to maybe 0.1, and the wobbling maybe increase the strength a bit, maybe 0.3 might look a bit better. And another thing we can do is, obviously when the top one, so the color gain is on top of the original image, right? When it shakes to the right, you can see that there are like gaps here. So what we can do is in the merge node, we can go back to the tools tab, and we can change the edges to wrap or duplicate or mirror. So it's basically up to you which one you like and which one looks best for each particular clip. So you might want to experiment around with that. Basically just how the program fills in the empty gaps here, which I probably wouldn't go into detail in this one because it would just, the clip would just be too long. But yeah, you can just experiment with how it fills in the edges. So right now, if I'm just going to connect the final output to the media out and go back out, and now we have our glitch transition basically with the color fringing as well. Okay, well that's pretty much it. I hope you guys find it useful, and again, the link to download is in the description below as always, and well, hope you guys have fun with it. Bye.